This is Shelly Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the LD Micro main event in Bel Air, California, 2014. I have with me Ted Konyi of SmartCool, and the symbol is SSC on the TSX Venture. Welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelly. Thanks for having me on, and I appreciate the time to spend in front of the camera here with you.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Give us an overview on SmartCool. I think I know a little bit, but let's get into it.
Okay, thanks. SmartCool is really simple. It's a compressor optimization technology that's just software. It's understanding the thermodynamic cycle of a compressor, and by understanding that, better controlling the compressor so it saves energy efficiency, for air conditioning and for refrigeration.
So this has a huge impact from power drain, from equipment maintenance. Am I on the right track?
You're absolutely on the right track, Shelly. In fact, the reality is that we can save compressor runtime, which arguably then adds both longer interval between maintenance and longer life for those compressors.
So now we're going to have to differentiate the market ability, like between consumer, industrial, commercial. So what's your sweet spot?
Okay, so this company got started actually 20 years ago with a refrigeration engineer. I got involved as the founder and acquired the technology 10 years ago, and this company now has gone from focusing on commercial, industrial, to now we're moving towards the residential. Of course, with technology having improved, our costs have dropped thanks to faster CPUs, smaller CPUs, cheaper CPUs, and utility rates have done the other thing. They've gone up. So the sweet spot for us was originally commercial, industrial, but it's moving to the residential market.
So what's the sweet spot? What's the secret sauce in the technology? What's the real differentiation, although it's been around for 30 years and it just didn't get commercialized? What's the significant difference between the technology today and the difference in what you have?
All right, so what's happened in that 20-year time frame is that when the refrigeration engineer that originally discovered this or resolved to discover how we could improve the compressor runtime, at that time it was a case of understanding that temperature does not drop in a linear manner when you're running your compressor. In other words, it's more efficient at the beginning of the cycle than the end of the cycle. And because of that, he understood that if you cut in the middle of the cycle and slow or stop the compressor for some period of time, you regain thermodynamic efficiency in the refrigerant, which allows you to save anywhere from in the largest of applications 5 or 6%, to the smallest of applications now installing at residential levels up to 34% in energy consumption.
So now, is it an OEM or is it a retrofit or is it both? Is it something that is going to be required to be adopted by industry? Does it have UL, US UL approval? Let's get that out of the way.
All right, so as far as approvals are concerned, we've done 50,000 installations worldwide. Our original low-hanging fruit was grocery stores because they have multiple compressors for all of their food racks and freezer racks, etc. UL approval, CSA approval, and the approval in Europe as well, the EU approval. So all of those are in place, that it has been a retrofit market. 99% of the market availability is retrofit. We've done 50,000 installations. Where I see the market going, thanks to new technology, is that now with the advent of Nest, I'm sure you're familiar with the Nest thermostat, all the Wi-Fi thermostats that are now being implemented at the residential level all have the ability to give us the information that we require to process through our algorithm and send a control signal back wirelessly to those thermostats. So the opportunity for us is to grow this business by putting our app in the cloud, as opposed to an actual piece of hardware that we've been installing to date.
That's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a website out there.
So the website is smartcool.net. Pretty simple. A lot of the information is there, and I guess I'm going to be there too.
He's going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shelly Craft. This is SNNLive. Ted Konyi, SmartCool. It's a publicly traded company, SSC on the TSX Venture. And we're at the LD Micro main event in Bel Air, California. It's a pleasure to have had you on SNNLive.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
All right.